So, hello and peace be upon you. Welcome to another episode of the Happiness Revolution, where I offer old bits of wisdom, nothing new, passed on throughout thousands of years of human history, known to humanity for ages and ages, but because of our lack of humility, we've rejected it over the last, 100 odd years, or even more, because we thought we knew better, but now we're beginning to realise we don't seem to know much better, and we're returning to spiritual values. So without further ado, let's explain the 4 steps to happiness, and it goes like this. You will not find paradise, so goes the saying. You will not find paradise, that means a life of paradise, as if you're living in paradise, unless you believe. And you will not believe until you love each other. And you will not love each other until you offer each other peace, a heartfelt peace, when you meet each other. Now, I've translated the word peace from the word salam, which is an Arabic word, and yes, you might have guessed it's from Islam that I've taken this saying, but the salam is actually a common thing that even Christians and Jews still do, and Christians still do, but only in the Middle East really, because Western Christianity has rejected so many things that Jesus taught that it's very different from the original Christianity anyway. So what is it? What is the salam? It's just a twofold thing. You offer a heartfelt peace, which means I'm not gonna. When you say peace, you mean I'm not gonna say anything bad to you when I meet you. Now that I've said salam. And I'm not going to say bad words to you, I'm not going to have ill feelings to you, and on top of that there's a physical action, because physical actions affect your soul. So the physical action is to shake hands, only men shaking hands with men and women shaking hands with women. There's already a connection between men and women, so that you don't need to even shake hands. That's another video to talk about that. But when you shake hands, it removes any ill feeling between people very quickly. So that is offering the salam. Now, when you do that, I've already mentioned that it removes ill feelings, but if you try it out, actually try it out, you'll realise people start, when they offer the salam to each other, they start smiling towards each other, or just start with hello, don't even say salam, because it might be a bit weird, because that's what Jewish people and Muslims do, but you might say, oh, I'm not either, and I'm not practicing any of that, so why should I do it? Okay, fine. And it's a bit weird, and say I'm in London, but I don't actually say salam to all my neighbours, I say hello. What happens is, when you say hello and you've got good feelings in your heart towards that person, your neighbour, then what automatically happens is they smile and you smile, and until you do it or try it out, I mean, I just did it just a minute ago, because I have a habit of saying hello to all my neighbours, even if they're not expecting it. And now they kind of know that I'm going to say hello. They kind of have, they're already smiling and ready to say hello back. And there's a really good feeling, and you feel it for quite a bit. And you can see they're feeling a really good feeling. So that is the first stage, and then you start loving each other automatically. One of these steps. Each of these 4 steps, I should say, flows into the next until you arrive at paradise on earth. And so you start loving each other. And the more you do it properly, the more heartfelt it is, more sincere your salam is, the more, you'll do it. I kind of feel I might have missed out something. Okay, I mean, when I say this is what the salam is, something that Christians do, and should do, they do it in the Middle East anyway, and the Jewish people do. Just so people know, the salam it is short for the in Arabic is Assalamu alaikum. I think I'm going into too much detail. It means peace be upon you. But the Jews say Assalamu alaikum, and which is shortened for shalom, which you must have heard. You must have heard of shalom, right? That's what Jewish people say. Hello. It means peace. It means it means salam in Arabic, and Jesus, taught Judaism basically, and he didn't start a new religion. That's what he said himself in the Bible. So he used to say the same things. That's why some Christians still say it, but not so many in the West anyway, because in the West we don't really practice Christianity as something else. There's a bit of Christianity and a lot of something else. So anyway, so that's the salam, and this step flows into this loving. You start having love for people, and they start feeling a bit of love for you, and you start building connections, real connections in the community, starting from your neighbourhood, then outside, and of course you should be saying the salam, peace, to all your family. So, or even a heartfelt thing, and it kind of fixes all the damage. When you shake hands, I don't know if I've said it already, it clears out bad feelings. So you're clearing out bad feelings, unnecessary bad feelings a lot of the time. We're human beings are a bit crazy, we do crazy stuff, so a lot of our bad feelings are unnecessary. So anyway, I'm going to try to whiz on to the next step, which is once you have peace, once you've been offering peace and you start to feel love for each other, then when you love each other, then you can start believing. Because what does love do? Well, what does hate do? The opposite of love is obviously hate, and hate makes you like the Grinch. That's the thing that comes here. The Grinch, as from Dr. Seuss's stories, he closes his heart because he's really sad, but when you're happy, you open up your heart and you open up to the truth and open up to the world and open up to the true realities of the world. And you start thinking positively and not negatively. You start seeing the opportunities of what can be, and then you start to believe. Because when you're the opposite of the Grinch, you're whatever that is, or the happy Grinch at the end of the Dr. Seuss story, by the way, I suppose. You open up to the world and you begin to see the reality of the world, and you stop lying to yourself. One of the things we've been lying to ourselves for many years, but I think we're beginning to realise, is about spirituality and God and stuff like that. Because yes, there is some reason to reject religion, is because the religious leaders have become politicians, so they use their followers as pawns to do what they want, to control people. But that doesn't mean religion itself is false. As religion has been shrouded with dirty stuff and false beliefs and stuff like that, which there's a truth within, but the politicians, which call themselves religious leaders, have added stuff around it. But throughout the ages, that's what always happens to religion. But that's why religions, the same sort of religion, had to be taught again and again and again until you reached Islam, which is the latest edition. But it's just a re-edition, I would say. It's just the same kind of stuff, but without the rubbish around it. But still, some religious leaders have taught some rubbish around it, but the pure truth is still there in the Quran. Anyway, so that's kind of I always sidetrack. So the point is that so you start to believe, and the truth has always been there. We open up to spirituality, and then you begin to be able to do two key things, which is believe in God and the power of God and the real existence of God, not like just a theoretical discussion that God should exist, but a God that you can actually ask for and actually get results from, and He will respond, because He promises in the Quran, which is a religious book of of Muslims, that if you pray to me, I promise I'll answer you. So try it out. But when you pray, it's like it won't happen exactly how you want it. It'll be in a sort of miraculous, unexpected way, and it will also be only when you submit yourself. That's praying and saying. Praying isn't, "Oi, God, you just listen to me." It's like you are the humble servant and say, "Please, I need your help." Then you'll get an answer. So that's it. And then when you believe, as I was saying, there's two things. You believe in the power of God who can help you throughout any situation, and that will give you strength and a deep happiness all the time. But that belief in God doesn't mean anything by itself without good actions, because what does God require of you? He doesn't need anything from you, just wants you to be a better person for humanity. And then you will have happiness within yourself, and it will also cause a chain reaction to create happiness in the rest of the world. Because when we become good, so we'll become united, and we'll automatically get better governments, because governments come from among us. They're not aliens. The politicians that rule us are not aliens from space. They're from among us. So if we have personal issues, we have bad things, then those bad people, there will be people from among us who continue to have those spiritual diseases, and then end up becoming our politicians, our leaders. We like to say that all our leaders are posh people from somewhere else, but they're actually from us. One way or the other, they're from us. So when we change, they will change, the world will change, and we'll even treat the world better, like we always have been in the past. Treating the world better because we are closer to nature and closer to truth, so the environment will be better as well. Thank you for watching.